Thank you. Well, thank you for coming today. So our next presentation is going to be Rachel Moras with American Red Cross Military Veteran Caregiver Network.
Super long title. Wait till we get to my actual official title.
You're fine.
All right, can we see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, and it's large enough?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I am Rachel Moyers. Thank you guys so much for having me today, and I'm grateful to be able to share a little bit about our network. So the Military and Veteran Caregiver Network is designed to provide military and veteran caregivers of all eras structured peer support to reduce that isolation and then increase connection, engagement, knowledge, skills, and hope. So let's jump right into that connection piece and meet our team. We are a team of 3. As I said, I am Rachel. I am the Outreach Engagement and Training Associate. Melissa Johnson is our Programs and Services Associate, and then Melissa Como is our Director. And we are that tiny team of 3, but we are all caregivers. So we understand the space that caregivers live. We often say that MVCN is for caregivers by caregivers. So who do we serve? Oops, I jumped too far out. I'm sorry about that. We serve caregivers of all eras, stages of life, relations across all locations. So we are a national-based program. We know that caregivers come in a wide variety, including parents, spouses, children, and so many more. There are a number of ways that caregivers can engage, and we do that through our 3 programs: our online community, our peer mentor program, and our support groups. So looking at our online community, this is where I spend most of my time. I curate the content for the community, but our MVCN team, our moderators, our caregivers all provide valuable insight and discussions for me, that things that I may never even think of, and I really love that they participate. Our community is a safe and secure place for caregivers to find that appropriate and accurate content. It is limited to vetted caregivers, and by vetting, we do not require a specific criteria. We only ask that you are caring for a loved one that once served in the armed forces. So when you join our network, you'll enter your name and your email, and then you'll be asked to submit those vetting documents. And once you submit those, one member of our team will look at them, and we never save any of that information. As soon as we verify it, we will e-shred it, and our team, of course, trusts each other. So if I look at it, either of the Melissas do not have to go look at it, and vice versa. So it really kind of protects that personal information. Looking at our, Peer Mentor program, we match trained caregiver mentors with a mentee for that one-on-one communication. We train our mentors in communication skills, accessing resources, making referrals. It's a great place for caregivers to hold space for one another and really have those meaningful conversations, a place to share the wins, but also share those struggles that sometimes we often keep way too hidden. And then finally, our support groups is our last program. So we hold weekly support groups that include both the video option and a text-only option. So the video is on Zoom, and so you can have your videos on or off. You can use the chat feature that way. We really want to give caregivers the space to show up where exactly they are. And then our text-only option is on the Slack platform. And this is an old school chat room. It's really easy for caregivers to engage, very simplistic, and we see many of them return and have a great space to have more conversation. These groups also allow caregivers to come and go as their schedule allows. So we allow for those regular participants, but also those drop-in ones. We have an option for our groups to be volunteer-led, so it doesn't always have to be led by one of our team members. And we also host many of our partner organizations to come share their wealth of knowledge and have either a curriculum or just a high overview of what's going on. This is just one more way that we can provide many options for caregivers to stay engaged. So moving forward into knowledge, we have our Hero Care resource directory, and it is public facing to empower caregivers and their loved ones to leverage those resources. There are over 700 resources per zip code in the US, and these resources include both local and national ones. You can access our directory directly from our website, or you can go to the herocareauntbertha.com. And then I just want to jump on here and show you a little bit of what it looks like. It's a very simple site to use. You can put in your zip code and what you're looking for, and then you can go into filters for a little bit more. So if you're looking for food or housing, health, money, all sorts of different things. And as you can see, it populates right there of what different programs there might be. You can go into personal filters and program filters. Aunt Bertha is doing a wonderful job talking about COVID safety and limiting the responses to show that this is a COVID-19 response. And if the program has been tapped out, there are a lot of resources that are full because of the amount of people that are using them. And so Aunt Bertha is really trying to make sure they indicate that a program is full so that you don't go there and then have just one more obstacle to reach those resources. Another option to find on our website is our caregiver calendar. And this is where we host all of our events that you can direct link out to our Eventbrite so you know what's going on, but we are also trying to populate it with our partner events as well. Again, trying to make caregivers the ability to reach all those different things that are going on. You know, so many programs have become virtual, and there's a wide variety that caregivers can get to right now. And so we want to make sure that there's just easy one-stop shop for caregivers to access those resources. So the skills that we provide caregivers are training so that caregivers can utilize their lived experiences and support their peers. We do this through a peer mentor training, peer online moderators, and support group facilitators. These trainings are a two-part training. The first part is a self-paced that runs about 30 minutes. And then the second part is a live training with myself and Melissa Johnson. It is held over a Zoom platform, the Zoom meeting, and it is about 2.5 hours. We have such great discussions that I honestly learn from our caregivers and our partners every time so that I can utilize it in our support groups as well. And then finally, we'll just jump right into that contact us. Our website is that redcross.org/caregivers. And then the email that I have provided is our programs email. That email will reach our entire team of 3. So it's really a battle of who gets to respond first, but we always want to make sure that we are there to have the support for caregivers as they need it. If it's a simple question or a more in-depth question, we are always there to provide support. And of course, I can put my email in the chat. You guys are always welcome to reach out to me. I am happy to respond and be there to support everyone. And I think that's about it.
Yes, well, thank you for coming and presenting today. And it looks like you guys have a lot of resources available for caregivers. And I really like that there's like this online way to search for resources. So I will definitely tell all of the spouses that I know through our programs about your guys' websites, because it looks very easy to search for resources. And I know with COVID and everything, seems like every week in our own personal lives, we have something changing and we need a new resource to get in contact with. So I definitely appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
We don't have any questions at this time. We just had a comment. They can't wait to, she can't emphasize enough how wonderful your guys' program is. So we're very excited that you were able to come and present today.
Thank you.